Well, Mike and Brandy, there are thousands of homeless in Sacramento County on any given day, and some city leaders want to team up with other cities. We're talking about 6 cities possibly working together in a joint power to try to solve this problem. I'm here now with City Councilman Roger Dickinson, and you actually voted no against this plan. And can you explain why?
Well, the county wants to take a different approach. The Board of Supervisors has adopted a different kind of configuration for getting together and trying to address homelessness on a county-wide basis. And we chose, as a majority here last night, a different approach. I think that's just going to delay us coming together and settling on one approach that will get us to more efficiency and more effectiveness sooner rather than later.
And Bill Pluckybaum has also been very vocal about this. He also voted no, said that this could set the city back months. What's your position on that?
Well, I think it will delay the opportunity to come together with the county and with the suburban cities to adopt a unified approach. And that's too bad. I mean, that will disadvantage us in being more effective and more efficient sooner with the resources that we have, doing a better job, getting people off the street, helping to prevent people from ending up in the street in the first place. And so it's to their disadvantage, and I think it's to our disadvantage as the two government entities.
How can we move forward and just come together and make something happen? Because a lot of people are frustrated and they want to see change.
It's a matter of us continuing to have a conversation, a dialogue among the various cities and the county, trying to get to that point of agreement. So what this meant last night was, I think, simply not that we won't get there eventually, but it's going to take longer than I think otherwise it would have.
And you guys have asked the city manager to come forward with the framework. What could that look like in the coming months?
I think what we're going to see is a format that would be a standard general joint powers authority that would have certain members of the city council, certain members of the board of supervisors, members from the other cities all sitting together as one entity. But getting to that agreement on that structure is going to be very difficult if it's possible at all.
Roger, thank you so much for your insight.
Sure.
Obviously, everyone has a different opinion on how this should go about, but everyone agrees that something needs to be done, and they're going to try to work together to make that happen. We'll keep you posted. Reporting live here in downtown Sacramento, Leticia Ordaz, KCLA 3 News.
Leticia, thank you for that. Now, Sacramento is the first city to discuss this of the 6 in the area that would work together. Rancho Cordova, Citrus Heights, Elk Grove, Galt, and Folsom will have the chance to weigh in before anything is finalized.